Grand Rising. I was waking up thinking, I was like, man, back in high school, the girls I could have dated, I got cock blocked from dating them by the people who I was in band with. They had no game. Like, they really didn't want to see me, like, get the girl, or they were running their mouth. For instance, I've had this situation come up twice now, where I'll be talking to them about, let's say, this girl, like, about this girl. They will run to her and tell her what I said to them in confidence. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just keep a secret. But they couldn't keep secrets. And that made it even worse for me going forward, because if I would have like tried to make some different moves, they telegraphed that shit across like the entire community. So that's sabotage. That's fucking sabotaging the shit that I'm doing. Cause I'm like, I'm supposed to be able to be confident to talk to you about whatever. Then you go and blurt out the shit that I say behind my back. That's goofy as fuck. And I know there was like this little white girl, this black girl, this other black girl, a third black girl. Yeah, who at least like 4 or 5 girls in band that I could have like got somewhere with. But I think after that situation where they were basically exposing me, it pretty much made that shit a lot harder for me to want to like have some confidence to talk to some people about the shit that's going on. Because when you're dating people, you know, you don't always want to be like, oh, I got this shit on my own. I mean, yeah, that shit works, of course. But at that time, I was like, nah, man, I'm talking to my friends about this. Because like I said, friendship and romance. And they also had like no experience. So, of course, they weren't gonna know how to keep the two separate. Yeah, that makes sense. They had zero experience with romance or dating, so that to them it didn't seem like anything different. It just seemed like, oh yeah, you know, we're all just talking about each other. He's like, oh, he's talking about her, I'm gonna go tell her. Even though that was like, wasn't really the point. I wasn't talking to, you know what I'm saying? So that shit was just kind of, realizing it now, it's actually just pissed me off, because it's, again, more just like suppression. And it's not even so much that that's what it is, but I didn't know that's what was going on. And then, you know, it kind of made me have some resentments, not towards them, of course, but towards myself about my capabilities as a man, becoming a man. And I just didn't feel good about that. It's also part of the reason why I probably didn't go to college. I was just feeling like not adequate. What's going on at home? At home, I mean, we had just downsized and moved into an apartment complex. And first time ever living in an apartment complex. And it just felt like things weren't getting better. Even though I was doing all of this studying, I was doing all this reading about finances and stocks. That's when I bought my first stock around that time. I just still felt like things generally were not getting better. I mean, I even got a job at Six Flags, and that was depressing. The people who were over me at Six Flags were definitely suppressing me. They were making me work 10 hours with no break. And then like the person who's supposed to be my coworker is taking a break in my face, going home, when if it's 2 of us on a shift, okay, I'm gonna take a break, then get back to work. You're gonna take a break, then get back to work. No, I would work with no break. She would take a break and then go home. So then there's no one else to cover when I'm supposed to take a break. So it was like I was invisible. And in some ways, I've been treated invisibly by many people, including my family, for as long as I can remember. So it's only natural that I do what I want because no one pays attention. No one pays attention to like what I'm saying, I feel, or like the moves that I'm making or taking, or cares enough to say like anything about it. At times I used to believe that they just didn't care. But no, it's not that they didn't care. It's that they don't have the capacity to express themselves in that moment or to try to understand because I'm above them. It's hard to understand something that's too far above you. It's non-comprehensible. So it sucks, but it's getting better. The meetup group is forming really well. There's a lot of people in there, and with it becoming larger, I'll just be able to manage the people who are there, manage the events in and around the city, go to other meetup groups. Yeah, just focus on the management of that aspect, the management of my finances, the management of my relationships. Got some dry skin on my nose. That's unusual. And just manage. Not too much, not too little, just right. Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Not too much, not too little, just right. So while I have the business side going, I have the social side going. And then when those get, they take off, they do well after probably like a long while of managing them. Yeah, I should just let that build. And then the other things which I've been talking about in these videos about my, who I am, I'll be rewatching those and being like, oh yeah, I didn't do that yet. Let me go and do that. Or, oh yeah, I need some people to do that with. Let me go find some people to do that with. And it'll make me more of a whole person. And I got those punching gloves ordered up. I got the punching bag on the way. So that's going to be coming too. So I can, like I said, build that strength up. Beat a nigga's ass, beat a bitch ass. And just like, bow, 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 bow. I was thinking about that too. I'd be like, I wonder if I could like put some kicks on there too, some spinning kicks on the punching bag. That would be dope. Yeah. So today's Sunday. Of course I'm still studying. If I was to go to school, if I was to go to college, I want to go to Wharton Business School. I think that would be a good college to go to. It seems like a lot of people go there. They do things differently. I heard like they give you a secretary or something at the school, so you understand what it means like to have a secretary, how to function, how to use them, utilize them, whatever you want to say. So like that's probably like something I'll look into around the time where I finish this. After this broker's license and general contractor's license and whatever else I end up studying, continuing education or whatever. But yeah, I'm fucking with Wharton Business School. It seems like they would like super good for me because I've been studying this psychology. The psychology thing has made my life extremely better than I ever thought it would be. It's giving me some peace of mind for like all the days of my life. So that's good for me. And yeah. All right, guys. So see you later.